Yes, hello everybody. You're wondering where Ray is. I'm lurking in the shadows. I'll be coming very soon, and here I am. You can see this is Ray from Ray's United Vlogs. Ray's United Vlogs, and I'm really excited to do this very first. And this is the first of many videos to come, some in the form of vlogs, some in the form of deep talk like this. And so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna put this question across, and it's a very vague question. It's a question with vague and numerous forms of responses. So no response is wrong. Remember that. It's all from the perspective of the person answering it, based on their experiences in life, based on their cultural backgrounds, based on their religious backgrounds, based on their beliefs as well. So listen, nobody's going to be judged. Every response is a response and it has to be respected. Obviously, this is Ray from Ray's United, and there won't be any Ray from Ray's United vlogs. I have to get used to that, and there won't be any tune playing because I'll just go straight to the point. Listen, so are our lives predetermined, or do we really have free will? I posed this question on Twitter on the Ray's United Twitter page, X page, and the responses which are still coming in as and when I'm doing this video are really heartwarming and an eye opener. It tells you how enlightened and how knowledgeable and how wise we as humans are. Sometimes we don't even realize how wise we are. Do you know what I'm saying? And so I'm thinking I'm going to let this video obviously play out the way it is. So if you look on your screen here, you can see, me posing the question on Twitter. And listen, I would love your comments in the comment section after this, after watching this video. It's not going to be too long, but let me know your perspective, because from your perspective, it could be something different. It could be something, when I say different, not that different. It could be very similar, but it's your perspective. It's the way you see things, the way you understand things based on your cultural beliefs, your religious beliefs, your non-religious beliefs, and your own personal experiences as well. So you can see here, I actually posed the question. I said, are our lives already predetermined, or do we really have free will? And I also added it underneath it saying it's a very subjective question that most of us may have been subconsciously asking one's self. And that's very true. Most of us may have been asking ourselves this question, and some of us still don't even have the answers, and some do have some answers. But like I said, no response is irrelevant. Every response is important, it's necessary, significant. So listen to me. This is from my perspective now. You've put out your angle, your perspective. Let me put out mine. So this is from my own experience, religious, personal, cultural, whatever. Now, before I delve into it, let me give you an example. So today, as when I was doing this video, I had to hand in a form. My daughter is about to go to secondary school, so I thought there was a form which had a deadline passed. So I went to the school, and while I was going, I had this chat with the driver that was taking me. I took an Uber, So we had a chat, and then I realized something. We've not changed the course of our lives, but this is something we call cause and effect. So, when you do something, you have to expect something coming out of it. So when you're doing is the cause, the effect is what comes after. So when I got into the cab, that was the cause. When I started conversing with him and we got there, where was he taking me? To my daughter's, up and coming secondary school. That became the effect, right? So I got to the school, and I was supposed to hand in the form. And when I got there, the receptionist, I pressed the buzzer, she responded, and I got in, right? So as I was going in, I told her whom I was coming to see, and as I got there, she asked me, "What are you handing in, or do you have an appointment or something?" I said, "No, I'm just handing in the form." And then the person I was supposed to see realized that it wasn't really important, and that person has something more important to do. So the person walked away. And so I asked, was that the person? Because I don't know that person. I don't know the individual in person. I just know that person by name. I don't want to really put a gender for you lot to know. So when I saw that, something hit me. I said, look, I've just changed the course of the lady. It's a lady. The lady's journey. How did I do that? By actually taking her out of her lectures to come see me, but she didn't see me. She went back. So that little movement, that little alteration of her life may have just angled her towards something else. But then again, you start listening to yourself and you're like, did anything really happen? Was it destined to happen that I was going to, meet her but not meet her at the same time, if you know what I mean? And so that struck a chord in me, and I'm like, this is all cause correction, or these are all cause and effect. And therefore, when we live in a dimension which is Earth, where we're all 3D elements, but then there's the fourth dimension, which is time. Do you know what I mean? So if you're looking at that and you're like, dang, it is deep. It is very deep. And that brought back memories from me watching a series called Lost. And if you remember, those of you who used to watch me from back in the day when I was doing live shows, I would have the box sets, all 6 seasons of Lost behind me, right? And some people asked me what was the significance, and I did explain it. Now, let me tell you one thing about Lost that I love so much. It was a phenomenon show. It is a show ahead of its time. And it was a show that ensured that we saw things from each and every character's perspective. You understand? So you would have flashback, you would have flash forwards, you would have flash sideways. I don't want to get into it. But what I'm trying to say is it made me learn a lot in life as individuals, as a person. And when Lost came out, it was back in 2004. I was quite young, but I had to watch it several times in order to understand the concepts. And it goes back to what some people may call good and evil, black or white, darkness or light. Listen, the waters have been muddied. It's not as black and white as anybody thinks it is. Do you understand? So my question again that I asked was, or is, are our lives predetermined, or do we really have free will? I believe it's predetermined and we still have free will. Why am I saying that? This is from a personal experience and a religious sort of background as well. So, and I'm not here to convince anybody because this is my perspective. Just remember that this is my perspective. So I believe whatever you do in life, if you do good, eventually you will reap the results of that. And if you do bad, quote and unquote bad, when I say bad, I mean when you do something that affects somebody adversely, maybe the intention was not to harm that person or not to emotionally, drain that person, but it did happen as a result of your actions. And when that happens, whether you did it consciously or not, there will always be a reward coming. Do you know what I mean? However, were those predetermined, or were those free will? Do you know what I'm saying? I believe those are free will. As much as our lives may have been predetermined, as in where we may end up in the end, what happens in between is up to us. So from the day you're born till the very microsecond before you die, every decision you make is the decision you made. Do you understand? So if somebody slaps you and you slap them back, you made that decision to slap them back. If you ignore them, you made that decision to ignore them. Yes, they may have perpetuated it by slapping you, but you had to make the decision to retaliate. Do you get what I'm saying? If, say, a partner, quote and unquote, cheats on you, you will make the decision whether you want to leave them or not, whether you want to cheat as a retaliation or a retribution or not. That will be your choice. Do you understand? Whether or not they show any remorse in what they do has nothing to do with the decision you make. You still have to make that decision. That is the free will we've been given. Do you understand? Cause and effect. So I know this may be deep, but trust me, on this channel, we're going to have a lot of these talks. It will not be like it is on Raise United, very emotional, very, it's different. But here, Raise United vlogs, you're going to get some, vlogs from me. I'm going to do stuff for you lot. You're going to see the part of me that maybe you may not see. And being a Gemini is also easy. Do you know what I mean? Again, if you believe in horoscopes or you believe in, whatever they are, Do you know what I mean? Listen, I would love doing these things. Let me know what you think, whether our lives are predetermined and or do we really have free will? I believe we have both. Our lives are predetermined and we do have free will. That's what I believe. Let me know what you think. No argument is going to be ignored. Remember, that's not an argument. Sorry. No response is going to be ignored. Just remember. Then please don't talk about cryptocurrency here because I'll not respond. It's all about this. The name is Ray. Channel's Ray's United Vlogs. And the word is peace. Smash the like button on your way out. Love you.